Well, it happened. Yep, that's how we're starting the video. It happened. We all kind of had a feeling Persona 4 Revival was going to get a new trailer at the Xbox Game Showcase, and sure as fuck it did. So right off the bat, I want to say a few things. First of all, I do not take back anything I said in my previous video. Second, I apologize if you can hear rain. It's raining outside right now, which is actually kind of fitting considering the subject matter. And three, I am not going to talk about Persona 6 in this video. I did watch the teaser, and yes, I am excited, but the teaser doesn't give me a lot to talk about, unfortunately. I will probably talk about Persona 6 at some point. I actually have considered making a video about the leaks, but talking about leaks is complicated, and like I can't really show stuff, so for now, I'm just gonna hold back on talking about Persona 6. All I have to say is, I'm excited, and I want to see more. And I'm a little disappointed by the trailer we got, considering we actually already know more than that. But whatever. We're not here to talk about Persona 6, we're here to talk about Persona 4 Revival. And, yeah, that trailer was incredible. That trailer 100% makes up for what we got last year. Now, personally, I wasn't as mad as some people were at the trailer from last year. A lot of people were really disappointed. A lot of people were... I don't know, a lot of people were just bitching and moaning. Not that that's fucking new for Persona fans anyway. But, like, some people were really mad that it didn't show a whole lot. I wasn't surprised at all because, I mean, Reload hasn't even been that long. Okay, you know what? I'm not going over this again. I already did a whole video on this subject. But, point is, I'm actually really happy with the trailer we just got. This remake, let me just say off the bat, this remake does seem very much in the vein of Reload. Like, you can very much see, like, the bones of Reload in this. This is off the cuff, by the way, in case you can't tell. You can very much see the bones of Reload in there. Like, it's all very much in the style of Reload. And I'm fine with that, because the original Persona 4 was already heavily built off of Persona 3 anyway. So it does seem in line with them to do it this way. Almost kind of justifies them remaking Persona 4 next over Persona 1. Personally, I've gotten over that, but I know some people haven't. I'm weirdly angry in this video. I apologize for that. I'm actually really excited about this. So, it's funny. I was actually planning on remaking my What I Want in a Persona 4 remake video on my main channel. I actually did an entire playthrough of Persona 4 Golden like recently as well, funnily enough. But I was actually holding off because I knew this might happen. I'm sure as fuck it did. But anyway, enough fucking bullshit. I've been rambling for nearly 3 minutes now. Most people have probably clicked off the video. Let's go over and let's actually talk about the game. So, if you'll just give me a second here, I am doing this live. Well, not live, this isn't the live stream, but I am doing this off the cuff, so I'm going to be looking at the website while I'm talking here, just so you know. So, yeah, there's a lot of stuff here. So, like I said, the game is very much in the vein of Persona 3 Reload, as we sort of expected. And much like Persona 3 Reload, I'm just going to get this part out of the way now, because I know it's probably the part people are going to be mad about, and to be honest with you, I'm not too happy about it myself, is the DLC practices. Okay, so there is a Digital Deluxe and Digital Premium Edition, as you would expect by this point. But to be honest with you, after looking this over, I think this is the weirdest fucking DLC any Persona game has gotten. Like, P5's, as bad as it was, some of it made sense. Locking all of Kasumi's costumes behind a costume pack didn't. But, you know, we don't have to talk about that. It's free now. But even on the PS4 version, it's fucking free now, but whatever. And then P3Rs was definitely weird, but it was kind of more what you would expect. This one is very much in line with P3Rs, but it's also really fucking weird. Right, let's just get it. So I'll just go over all the stuff that's in the Digital Deluxe Edition first. So if you buy the Digital Deluxe Edition, and there aren't prices listed here as far as I can see, or maybe there are, hold on. Maybe there are prices listed on the actual store. I'm just looking at the actual website, like the Sega website. Okay, let's go over prices first then, actually. So, Persona 4 Revival, the game on its own, is $64.99. This is in pounds, by the way. I live in Northern Ireland, so I deal with pounds. Fucking deal with it. The Digital Deluxe is $74.99. I'm gonna be honest, I was expecting it to cost more than that. And the digital premium edition, this one's probably going to be really expensive, is $84.99. Really? Really? That's cheaper than I expected. Huh. I'm going to be honest, that is way cheaper than I expected it to be. Okay. Okay, maybe that's not as bad then. But anyway, let's just go over what we get. So we get Velvet Room outfits. They're not locking that behind an expansion pass this time, thank fuck. I still find it hilarious that Reload locked fucking Velvet Room outfits behind DLC. Because, like, really, of all the outfits you could have added post-launch, you chose Velvet Room costumes, not dancing costumes, not arena costumes, Velvet Room costumes. Like, who was fucking sitting there going, oh wow, P3R would be a much better game if it only had Velvet Room costumes? Like, they're cool and all, but why this? Anyway, that's probably going to piss someone off, but I don't care. And then the next thing is the thing that we're all kind of rolling our eyes at, and that's the Persona packs. So there's 4 Persona packs this time. There's P3R Persona Pack Set 1, P3R Persona Set 2, P5R Persona Set 1, and P5R Persona Set 2. So P3R Persona Set 1 includes Orpheus, Thanatos, and Messiah. So this is essentially the Makoto Yuki set. Because it's just all of Makoto's personas. Yeah, I mean, I imagine they're going to be pretty similar to how they were in P5R. Like, Orpheus is probably going to have Cadenza. If they're bringing back Persona traits, he's probably going to have that ridiculous fucking trait that made him ridiculously broken. But, I mean, P3R didn't have Persona traits, so maybe this one won't. P3R Persona Set 2 includes Athena, Psyche, and Orpheus Telos. This is a weird one. So, okay, so Athena was DLC in Persona 5 Royal. That was a thing. Psyche and Orpheus Telos are interesting because fun fact, they were actually considered for DLC in P5R, but didn't make the cut. So, I guess they got their time in the sun. But, like, my question is, like, who is really dying for Psyche? Like, Metis is Metis, like, does Metis have, like, a fan base? Is she like a character people really like? I feel like people are just kind of neutral on Metis for the most part. I honestly don't really have much of an opinion on her at all, but I don't know, this is just a weird set because all of the other Persona sets, even the Persona 5 ones, which I'll get to in a second, all have a clear theme. This one is just random. Like, I guess you could call it the Aegis set because Athena is obviously Aegis' persona, Psyche is obviously Metis' persona, which is Aegis' shadow, spoilers, I guess. And Orpheus Telos is, well, that's Makoto's ultimate persona, but Aegis can also use them, so I guess we can call this the Aegis set, why not? P5R Persona Set 1 includes Arsene, Satanael, and Raoul, so Raoul actually made the cut this time. This is effectively the Joker set, or the Ranamamia set, because this is just all of Joker's personas. And then P5R Persona Set 2 has Robin Hood, Loki, and Hereward, so this is the Akechi set. Yeah, weird lineup of personas. I was expecting way more. So, it's weird, because P3R had all of the Persona 5 personas. It didn't have the Third Awakenings, but it had all of the Phantom Thieves First Awakenings, bar Futaba, and all of the Phantom Thieves Second Awakenings, bar Futaba. Meanwhile, Persona 4 got, like, 3 personas. It got Izanagi, Megetsu Izanagi, and Kaguya. Like, and from what I understand, the reason for that was because they didn't have the models. Like, those were, like, they had all of the P5R personas with high quality models, so they just included them, whereas Persona 4 they didn't. So I'm surprised, not mad. I'm surprised that they didn't just do, oh, here's all of the Phantom Thieves First Awakening personas, here's all of the Phantom Thieves Second Awakenings, all of the Phantom Thieves Third Awakenings, here's all of C's First Awakenings, here's all of C's Second Awakenings. Like, I'm really surprised they didn't do that, but I'm not mad at it. I would rather have less DLC personas, to be honest. I just think the choice is really weird. Like, having a pack of all Makoto's personas, okay, fair enough. The second Persona 3 pack is a little more weird. I don't really get, like, I just think Psyche's a weird choice, to be honest with you. Athena and Orpheus Telos or whatever. I guess having all of Joker's personas together, why the fuck is there an entire pack dedicated to just Akechi? Like, I know Akechi's a popular character, but, like, that just feels so weird to me. And then finally for the digital deluxe, we have the pre-order bonus, which you also get this for pre-ordering the standard edition. You get P5R and P3R extra BGM sets. I'll go over this after going over the Digital Premium Edition. So the Digital Premium Edition comes with everything I just listed, but on top of that, it comes with a P3R BGM set and a P5R BGM set. I'm just assuming this is going to work the same way it did in P3, so I'm assuming the normal BGM sets are battle music, and the pre-order bonus extra BGM set is dungeon music. That's how P3R handled it, so I'm just going to assume it works here. It is bullshit that they're locking this behind... it's bullshit that they're locking this behind DLC, but... or sorry, not behind DLC, but behind pre-order bonus, like P3... whatever, man. I don't care. I mean, I do. I'm a little bit annoyed at it, but it is what it is. And on top of that, we have costumes. So we have the P3R C's uniform set and the P5R Phantom Thief costume set. Now, I'm actually going to quickly switch over to the Xbox store here to see if I can get any images of what the characters are going to look like. Why does this say content locked? Is this because I'm not logged in? Is that what the... I think this might be because I'm not logged in. Alright, give me a fucking second here. Aha! I was fucking right! I was looking at it on the Xbox, I was looking at it on the Xbox website, but on the actual Microsoft Store app on my PC, I'm able to see more. So, let's see if I can get some images here of what the characters are going to look like. No, okay, that's about what I expected. So yeah, we don't actually know who is going to be who. In the C's costume set, we just have a list of all of the costumes that they're gonna have, but it just says protagonist exclusive, Yosuke Hanamura exclusive, Chie Satsunaka exclusive, Yukiko Amaki exclusive, like all the way up to Naoto Shirogane exclusive. Although notably, it does say Teddy has 2 costumes. So, okay, right. I'm gonna so assuming that this, because this is the C's costumes. Keep in mind. So this is like the ones they were in the dungeon, and based on the image of you that they have here, I'll see. Hopefully I'll remember to throw it up on screen. He does actually have Makoto's headphones, so I think these are going to be actually based on the characters. It's not just going to be, here is what Yosuke would wear if he was in C's or whatever the fuck. So assuming these are actually based on the C's members themselves, I'm gonna just throw out some guesses here. So, Yu is probably gonna be Makoto. Actually, I know Yu's gonna be Makoto because you have the picture of it. Yosuke's gonna be Junpei. Chie is gonna be Yukari. Yukiko is going to be Mitsuru. Kanji is gonna be Akihiko. Rise is going to be Fuka, I guess. Naoto is gonna be Aegis. Actually, wait, no, they couldn't even do Aegis because Aegis doesn't really have a costume. Unless they want to go down that route with Naoto. Let's hope not. Okay, let's say Naoto. Let's say Naoto will be Ken, and then because Teddy has 2, I'm gonna say one of Teddy's is gonna be him in the bear costume, and the other's gonna be him out of the bear costume. This is all speculation. Keep in mind. And I reckon the one in the costume is gonna look like Koromaru, and the one out of the costume, well, I guess we'll have to see. Part of me wants to say Aegis again, but like I say, I don't think they want to go that direction with things. And then we have the Phantom Thief set. Does this one give me actual names? Nope. Although, okay, so for this one, once again, it doesn't give me specific details on who's going to be who, although we do know that Yu is going to be Joker from the fucking thumbnail image. But this time, Yu is the one that has 2 costumes. So that's interesting. All of that to say, I find the costume DLC really interesting. So, also, it's just, actually, wait, this just clicked with me while recording. The Velvet Room costumes were already in Persona 4. Because this is relevant to what I was about to talk about. So, I've been curious about how P4R was going to handle the costumes for a while. Because Atlas loves their DLC costumes, we all know that. So I was always curious, because I think Persona 4 handled costumes the best of any of the games. Because you could just go to a shop and fucking buy them. Which I'm going to go into that in a second. But the Velvet Room costumes, you were able to get those in the original game. If you finished Margaret's social link and then went up and talked to her afterwards, she would give you the Velvet Room costumes. So I don't like that that's now locked behind DLC. That's really dumb. But what I do want to bring up is that we have C's costumes and we have Phantom Thief costumes. Notice a lack of Gekko-kan uniforms and a lack of Shujin uniforms. Now, the Gekko-kan uniforms are another costume that was actually already in Persona 4. I think you get them through a quest from Kashiwagi or something like that. So I imagine that's probably going to stay the same. And that makes me wonder if they're going to add Shujin costumes into the base game. That may be wishful thinking, but, you know, that's a thought. But anyway, now that we're done talking about the DLC, trust me, I'll talk about the actual game here in a second. I probably should have led with that, but, you know, we're here now. So what do I think of this DLC? I mean, it's not great. Like, I'm not happy about the Velvet Room costume set thing. I can't believe I didn't realize that until I was literally recording the video. I think the persona choices are weird. I think the background music stuff is a bit weird, and I think the costumes are odd. I'm curious why Teddy and you have two costumes depending on the pack. But overall, the price is much less egregious than I was expecting it to be. Like, that... I'm not sure what it is in dollars, I'm just looking at it in pounds. That price is so much better than I was expecting. It seems to only be up on the Microsoft Store. It doesn't seem to be up on Steam or PlayStation yet. I could be wrong, or maybe by the time this video is up, I'll be wrong. But that's all the DLC stuff. I just want to get that out of the way because I know that's a big talking point. Whatever. Now we're going to talk about the actual game. So, when it comes to the trailer itself, I don't have too much to say about the trailer itself, outside of it looks incredibly stylistic. It like more so than P3R did, which I'm really happy about. The voice actors are definitely different, but we already knew that. I was actually planning to wait on making this video until after the voice actors have been announced because I wanted to talk about it. But after I saw the website, I was like, no, I have to talk about this. All I have to say is they all sound pretty good. They all sound like the characters. The only one I'm weird on is Teddy. Teddy's voice is really different, and I don't know why. I don't know why they've changed Teddy's voice the way they have. It's very strange. But I don't hate it. We've heard very little of it so far, so it'd be hypocritical of me to hate it. Hypocritical is definitely not the right word to use though. Whatever. But point is, I'm not mad at it. And I think all the voice actors sound pretty good so far. But regardless of that, yeah, it looks good. It looks like a P3R styled game, but with Persona 4. That's exactly what it looked. That's what I was expecting, and that's what they gave me. I know it's some people are also. I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but yes, the game is coming out February 18th of next year. I don't know why I didn't mention that until now, but yes, it is. I know some people probably aren't going to be happy with how similar to Reload it looks, because some people didn't love Reload. Personally, like, for me, Reload is so different from the original version. I plan on making a video on this soon on my main channel. But if you want my quick thoughts on the whole thing, I think Reload is a good game on its own. I think if you try to shoehorn it into being FES or portable or whatever, then you're hurting it. I think Reload and FES are so different that comparing them is pointless. Like, they are such fundamentally different games, and I enjoy them both equally for different reasons. I'm going into Persona 4 Revival with the same mindset. This will almost definitely be better than the original Persona 4 in a lot of ways, but it'll also almost definitely be worse in a lot of ways. I'm hoping that's not the case, but that was the case with Reload. There was a lot of shit that was better, but there was also a lot of shit that was worse. So that's really all I'm looking for something here. Something that can stand next to the original Persona 4, not replace it. That's all I'm saying. So if we go onto the website here, there's an About section that just kind of tells you Persona 4 Revival is a starting point for Persona 4 Revival is the perfect starting point for newcomers of the series. Okay, I guess you would say that, wouldn't you? And then next up, there's the story section, which just tells you about the story. And we actually have some new artwork of the first 4 party members. So we have new artwork of Yu, Yosuke, Chie, and Yukiko, and they all look fucking great. I love it. This artwork looks fantastic. This is genuinely just bringing me back to when we first got the New York for Reload. Yeah, they all look great. They have all the little bios here, but it's stuff you already know if you play Persona 4. Then, going into the feature section, there's the daily life stuff. I'll just throw up some screenshots here, so you can sort of get a look at things. You get pictures of the we got pictures of the snow trip. I went to Snow Queen Quest there. I don't know why Persona 1 is on my mind. Of the snow trip, the ski trip. That's what I fucking wanted to say. We got something with Chie. We got something from the classroom, which shows that the teachers are actually getting portraits now. That's actually a first for Persona 4. There seems to be a new karaoke thing. I don't know what that's for. They showed this in the trailer too. I don't know what this is for. I'm definitely interested though. I don't know if this will just be a hangout spot or if this will be like a way to raise something with the party members. We'll have to see with this, but it's something new. That's definitely notable. Then we got some other images, like we got you studying, we got the band rehearsal, which actually gives us a brief look at Ayane there. And then we got the scene with you and Yukiko talking at the fucking floodplain. Then we got a section about social links here, where we get this actually really cool picture of the social link rank up screen, which I think looks sick. I will point out, it says new ability here. Now, obviously, in Persona 4, party members did get new abilities anyway. Obviously, the one that it's talking about here is just the XP bonus whenever you fuse personas of this arcana. But the fact that there is even a new ability thing obviously shows that the party members getting abilities from the social links thing is back, which I was expecting. I wouldn't expect them to get rid of that. But I am curious if they'll also do this with the other social links. Persona 3 Reload didn't do this, and I didn't expect it to. But since Persona 4 already has precedent for it with the party member social links, I am curious if they're going to go with the Persona 5 route of giving every social link bonuses. I would actually really like if they did this, because they could do some cool shit with this. Like, one in particular that I think Nanako's social link would be perfect for would be to have it function kind of like Mishima's social link, where the higher you get it, the more XP your background party members get. I think Nanako would be the perfect social link for that, because you unlock her before you have to start using multiple party members and switching them out, kind of just like Mishima and Royal. And I don't know, that's just a suggestion, but it's a cool idea. Besides this, we have we have a shot from Yosuke's social link where we actually get a very different view of the Jeunesse food court here. Then we got a shot of you and Chie sitting in Aya. No confirmation yet if Aika is in the game at all. I know a lot of people have been talking about wanting Aika in the game. I was very surprised when that became a thing, because I just brought that up. I brought that up in my video as like sort of almost like a joke that I kind of did want, but I didn't really expect. But a lot of people seem to want that now. No talk of that. Hopefully it could be true. I'm not. Hopefully they might add her, but I'm not holding out hope. Then we get this image of what looks to be a new scene featuring Nanako here. I'm curious what this is, because this definitely doesn't seem like any scene I remember from the original game. And yeah, I'll be curious what that is. We get an image of the social stats, which looks like the one from P3R. And now we're on to the battle section. Now this is where I noticed the most interesting stuff. So we got some stuff here. We got a screenshot of what looks to be an anime cutscene outside of Yuko's castle. We have this shot of Shadow Chie. We have this shot from inside of Kanji's dungeon, actually, and this looks really cool. I love how this looks. Then we got this screenshot from a motion capture cutscene, as apparently people call them. I feel they should call them 3D animated cutscenes, of whenever they first enter the Midnight Channel. And now we've got the battle system. So first up, it just explains the weaknesses and the knockdowns and the all-out attacks and the one-mores and all that sort of stuff. We get this image of you getting a one-more, I think. Then we got an image from inside Yukiko's castle. I absolutely love how this looks. Like, the visuals are really cool here. And then we got some image of the battle UI, which looks phenomenal. I love how it looks like a TV dial. I think that looks great. And you may notice a little gauge there, a little blue gauge there. We'll talk about that in a second. That is a very interesting new feature. So here we actually have some. Speaking of which, here's a list of some actual new features. So send them flying. This is interesting. When there are 2 or more shadows present, landing a normal attack on a shadow that is affected with a status ailment has a chance to send them flying. If the docked back shadow collides with another shadow, it deals damage while also spreading the ailment. I was not expecting anything like this, but I am here for it. That sounds really interesting. Next up, we just have Baton Pass, which it's back to being called Baton Pass here. It's not Shift like it was in Reload, which functions exactly how you would expect. And then we have Prime Time. So I haven't looked at any of the discourse because I tend to avoid Persona fans where I can, but I have a feeling this is going to be very controversial. So, Prime Time activates when the gauge filled during battle reaches its maximum. Okay, that was a very awkwardly structured sentence. During this mode, you get a series of consecutive attacks. All skill costs are eliminated, enemy resistances are ignored, and Baton Pass is freely available. Top it all off with a flashy series finale, that's a cool name I'll give you, that deals massive damage. It's all upside, so when the gauge fills up, don't hesitate to use it. God fucking damn it, Atlas! As if the theurgies weren't broken enough. Now we get this. What the fuck? Now, granted, the way this gauge fills up, we don't know yet. So it could be balanced. Maybe it's like impossible to fucking fill the gauge up or something. But knowing how Atlas tends to handle these kinds of mechanics, I think this is gonna be like the thing that shatters the difficulty. Like, I'm gonna be real, I wasn't expecting this game to be difficult in any way. I'm a little disappointed that it seems to be going to this extent, but you know what? I'm gonna hold judgment until I've actually played the game. Let's just hold off on that. Next up, we have the Velvet Room, which, to no one's surprise, is very similar to the one from Persona 3 Reload. Why the fuck can't I talk there? And the Fusion Forecast is back too, which is pretty cool. On top of that, we then get a picture of Izanagi's bio. It looks like they haven't really changed Izanagi at all. Like, his skill set is exactly the same as it was in the original. And by the fact that we have his cart next to Zio, we know that the fucking, why can't I think, that the Shigal Cafe system is still around. And also there's just more canon name stuff up at the top there where it says Yu Narukami, or Narukami Yu, I guess. Must have been a Japanese person testing this. Then we get this image of a bunch of personas. We got Matador there. And then we get this image of this. I do not recognize this demon. This is probably a demon from like SMT5 Vengeance or something, because I do not recognize this, but this is definitely this demon's first time appearing in, what's it, Inanna? I think that's what that says. I do not recognize this demon. Cool design though. So there's new stuff here. That's pretty cool. Or maybe it's not, and I'm currently making a fool of myself. Who knows? But so yeah, that's all the changes to the battle system. Honestly, the only things about this game so far that I'm mixed on are, one, yes, the DLC practices, and two, yeah, that primetime mechanic sounds like it's gonna be a fucking nightmare. Jesus Christ, I've been yapping for half an hour. Oh my fucking god. And I'm not even fucking done yet. So yeah, another thing, I skipped over this earlier, but in the story section of the website, you can go to the website on your own and check all of this. It's just sega.com/persona/persona 4 revival. You'll find it if you just look up Persona 4 revival. If you scroll past the characters investigation team section, there's a sub-characters section, which presumably is where all the social link characters and other important characters are going to be. Right now, it only has Marie. So yes, okay, I'm gonna address this now, and I'm gonna try not to dwell on this. There was a thing going around where people thought that Marie was going to get cut from the game and wasn't going to be included and was going to be DLC. I'm sorry, but if you thought that, you're a fucking idiot. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me make it clear. There is a big difference between locking something like the answer behind DLC and locking something like Marie behind DLC. Locking Marie behind DLC would be like if the Aegis social link was DLC in Reload, which was also FES exclusive, by the way. I feel like people forget that the answer wasn't the only thing FES added. Everything else that FES added is already in Reload, so I knew this wasn't going to be locked behind DLC, but Persona fans are dumb. We know this. Yeah, I mean, it's cool. They're clearly going to put a lot of focus on Marie again by the fact that they've given her own bio, like, day one, basically. Or, well, not day one, but basically day one. Let's be real. Like, this is when they should have announced the fucking game. One thing I want to draw attention to, and I had a feeling they were going to do this, is they are using her design from the Persona 4 Golden anime, where she has the green eyes. Yeah, I'm a fan of this. I actually recently went back and watched the Persona 4 Golden anime, and I was wrong about that show. That show is actually really good. I've said some bad things about that show in the past. I take it back. That show actually made me like Marie a lot more as a character. We also have some screenshots, one of which seems to be a new scene, like this scene of them sitting in the Velvet Room. Like, this does not seem like any scene that is in the actual game, I don't think. Like, yeah, no, this seems like a new scene, so I'm curious what that will be. And then we just have a screenshot from her social link here. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. Yeah, I'm stoked. Like, I'm gonna just be 100% on. I am stoked for this game. Like, I've made no secret of the fact that Persona 4 is a game that I have a bit of a love-hate relationship with. I think it is a good game, but I think it falls short in a lot of ways, particularly its character writing. I actually prefer the Persona 4 anime because of that very reason. I think it gets the character writing better, and I think the Persona 4 Golden anime handles Marie's implementation a lot better than the actual game did, which is fucking hilarious. I actually plan on making a video about how the Golden anime handled all that, because I think it's so well done. But I think this remake could be a really good opportunity to make this game better, particularly with the character writing, because Persona 4, I actually recently watched Big Clingy's Persona 4 playthrough, and he said something in that playthrough that really made me think. He said, the investigation team are great characters when they're not being forced into these awful comedy scenes, and whether or not this game will improve on that remains to be seen, although I'm not exactly holding my breath. But if they could make a version of Persona 4 that doesn't have as many of the issues I have, then yeah, that would be great. So I am absolutely stoked for this game. I think it looks great. I think some of the new mechanics aren't really fun. Again, little odd on that whole prime time thing, but we'll have to see. But yeah, I've been yapping for 32 fucking minutes now, so I'm gonna just wrap this up. Yeah, bye.